making millions of dollars, and the victim's family have not partaken in none of those fronts. Took your gold, gave it. Took your language, gave it.
100% way to survive jail or prison. Don't go.
Until you credit up why you need credit.
Then 12 years goes by and you don't even get a chance to go up for parole.
Big love, everybody out there, man. Welcome to another episode of Living Life After Life podcast with Banky Pam, Troy Ketchmore. Today, we are honored to have BMP in the building, y'all.
Big money, period.
Big money, period, man. We're gonna chop it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get to know BMP.
So, those of y'all that don't know, me and Big Money, period, related.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
That's all I'm gonna give you. So, what's going on with you?
Same motion.
So what, define the name BMP for me, and where did that come from?
With BMP, like I always said, it means different things depending on who I'm talking to, but it came from when I was like 15. Yeah, when I was like 15, I had, we used to do illegal stuff, you know, run cars, rob people, breaking houses, whole bunch of shit, stuff. Do I cuss up here?
You good?
Yeah, yeah. Whole bunch of stuff. I had hit like a little sting for like $13,000. When I was 15, I ended up buying a Crown Vic, buying an Infinity. Then when I went back out the hood, gave all of my homeboys some bread. Then like, everybody calling me, you got big money, bitch. You know, we kids at the time, so I'm like, yeah, big money, period. That's what y'all call me from now on.
Yeah.
So this was like way before I was even rapping. I just was telling people like, yeah, that was my social media name. Stuff like that. Then over time, Big Money Period became too long, so I'm like people started calling me BMP after the Rover song dropped. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, just call me BMP for now.
So Big Money Period is the statement then.
Yeah.
So you mentioned the Rover song, very, very, very big record. Like when I was in prison, you know, I talked to my man Paul Till on the phone. He was like, man, you know, Biggie got this song, man. Everybody's singing along with it and stuff. I was like, oh, yeah? He's like, yeah. So I went to work. You know, I got the police to pull it up.
Yeah.
You know, and I saw the video, and I was like, wow, because, you know, when somebody tell you they can rap, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, you can rap? Okay. You know, I used to rap, so I'm like, all right. But then when I saw it for myself, I was like, damn, he can rap for real.
Yeah.
You know, I was impressed. So that song, man, I've been in the club everywhere I go and they play this song and I just look around and see people singing the lyrics and everything. What made you do that song, first of all?
High. Nah, for real.
Straight like that.
So now when the original song came out, I just liked the song so much, and then it was just so many different events that was happening at the time, street stuff happening. So the only way that I could really talk about it or express it was through a song. So I think we was in the studio. It was like 8 of us in the studio for like 7 hours. Nobody did nothing. I'm like, fuck it, throwing a beat. I'm about to go in here and freestyle. Ended up going in the studio.
Oh, that was a freestyle?
Yeah, I just punched in for like 8 minutes. Came back out of the studio so high, ended up falling asleep on the floor. Then woke up and listened to the song. I'm like, oh shit, this song got hype.
I wonder if most artists create hits like that.
I mean, a lot of artists got a lot of different ways, man, and you know, some of them might seem weird to us, but some of them artists, they say they do their best work when they high, man. I've heard plenty of them say it, man. You know, especially like great artists over history, man. Jimi Hendrix, man, he stayed high.
No, but how I feel, because like I've heard the original. I've been in a spot where they played the original and then they played your song. Yeah. And the reaction was totally different.
Yeah.
So I wonder how what's the dude that made the song?
Block Boy JB.
So I wonder how Block Boy JB feel when he heard it, because you know some people are probably mad that you took the beat and killed it, but some people may be like,
well, I don't know. I sent it to his manager. Like when I was trying to get the rights to it so I could make money off, I sent it to his manager and they wrote me back like fire emojis. And this was this was time after it. Because I didn't drop the song. I dropped the video, but I didn't drop the song until like 18 months after it.
Okay.
But yeah, they replied to me with like fire emojis and trying to see who I was and stuff, but they weren't really talking about nothing. So
Okay. And during that time, shout out to Lil Tim. Y'all hear the song Lil Tim, Free Lil Tim, Trey Cinco home. During that time, you know, you lost your brother Hebo.
yeah.
You know, what was that like? I know it was hard, but what was that?
Well, in the beginning, he was alive when it dropped. So like the first day, it got like 10,000 views, and then by like the fourth day, it was at like 100,000 views or something like that.
Yeah.
So at the time of it's going up, like the peak of it, that whole summer,
Yeah.
I'm doing shows. I'm promoting my own shows. I'm renting out buildings and doing stuff, selling out every show that I was doing. And then in October is when he died, and it was like this. Then when he died, it's like fuck it, cause that was kind of like that was my right hand man. So it was like this, like my everyday person, my everything person.
Yeah.
It's the person that get me up in the morning. We live together.
Yeah.
The person that get me up in the morning, bro. We'll be doing today studio, photo shoot. This was like my this was like me in a better like person basically.
Yeah.
This was like the person that I should have been for myself, for me.
Yeah.
So when he died, it was like, yeah, fuck that shit, because I'm really doing it for like people like him.
Yeah.
Because he kind of wanted me to do it more than I wanted to do it, and I was doing it so hard because he was on my ass about doing it.
Yeah.
So after he died, it was like, yeah, fuck it.
Wow.
So you think you use a lot of your emotions, a lot of the things you went through, you put that in your music? You think it makes your music come out better if you do put it in your music? Like, you know, just the fact that, you know, that loss, and then, you know, your pops being gone, you know, the majority of your life, you think a lot of that poured out into your music?
Yeah, for sure. Like my pops being gone was kind of like, at the time it was different because I kind of had to, like I had time to heal from it. Not saying that I was really hurt about it, because I always understood because of the life that I, you know.
Right.
So the stuff with my pops was kind of like not normal, but normal. Like as far as like how I grew up, everybody I grew up with ain't had pops. Either was dead, locked up, or something like that. So it was kind of like not the thing to be, but it was kind of like shit, nigga. We all the
right,
same.
in the same boat.
Yeah.
But like when you lose somebody that's close to you like that, it's like even walking back in your house kind of feels strange. Like it took me like 3 weeks to even go back into the house to even get like clothes. I was going to the store and buying clothes every day.
Yeah.
Cause it was like, damn, the last time I seen him, we was in his house together. Soon as I walked in the house, I'm just crying. It was a different effect.
Yeah.
Like way different. So even in the music, like some songs I got, I still don't even drop because they mean that much to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's kind of like damn, if the world hear it, they might hear me crying a little
Right,
bit.
right,
Not
right.
literally, but you get what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah, yeah.
So like he was lost to violence. What do you think about like all the violence surrounding, you know, the artists, rappers dying and things of that nature, man?
I mean, some of it is
Do
kind of
you
like.
feel like y'all a target,
No,
or do you feel like some of them bring it on themselves?
I feel like this. Like 95% of what you go through, you put yourself through. So if you do go through something, you kind of know how to not go through it, and you still go through it. So most times rappers be feeling like they gotta like prove that they still with it or they still in it, especially when you make it. It's like, man, fuck that.
Yeah.
So most times it's like a pride thing. Like people pride be so strong. It's like, oh nah, I'm not. Instead of walking over there where I know I ain't gonna get pushed at, I'm gonna walk through this crowd to see if a nigga tough on that.
Right.
And it's like most times they bring that shit on themselves. Most times, sometimes is, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I say, man. I always tell people, you know, the best armor, man, against anything is distance.
Yeah.
You know, you keep your distance away from things that you already know gonna cause you drama. And then I think the irony in all of these dudes, you know, this dying in the rap game is that, you know, they do all they can do to get out of that position that they in.
Yeah.
And then when they get in that better position, they bring that stuff with them because they feel like that's gonna validate them. They feel like that, but you already made it. And this was why you know, put your grind down to get out of that. So you don't bring that with you, man. When you go to a new life, you know, you do new things. When you know better, you do better.
I always remember Mobb Deep. It was a verse where he said, no matter how much money I get, I'm never leaving the hood, basically.
Right, right.
And I always thought about that when I was in prison. I'm like, you know, what's this infatuation? Like, we doing this. Like, when I was in the streets and we hustled, we did situations, man, so that we could get over here.
Right.
Yeah.
We didn't do this for the sake of doing. Like Jay-Z
Yeah.
say, we don't do crime for the sake of doing crime. We did crime
Yeah.
because we weren't doing fine.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you try to better your situation.
And yeah, so you know, it's like you said, for those, because I see rappers and I be listening to the lyrics, and it's like, you a multi-platinum megastar. Some of these artists,
Yeah.
and that's all you perpetuate is death and a bunch of foolishness.
Yeah.
As if you really don't know no better.
Right.
Because you made it. You got money.
Right.
Like the goal was to struggle and strive to try to get to a lifestyle, man, where we wouldn't have to duck bullets and all of this.
Absolutely.
And you know, that's coming from over 50 years combined in prison. Ain't nothing that, you know, I can't wait to talk to some of them and just ask them. That's why I asked you about that dilemma, right? And the infatuation with that, you know. When I did come home, the first person was on the FaceTime we had caravan of trucks lined up. I get in there, Pusha T, the first one on. How did that relationship come about?
So Pusha, my mom been doing his hair since like I was like a baby. So it's kind of just growing up. I used to play with shit at For Real House, and you know, so it's kind of just being my mama's son for real.
Yeah. Okay.
Ain't a bad job. You can get it.
Yeah.
No, because
You know?
I mentioned that because he's a solid. We interviewed him.
Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah,
Old
for sure,
school.
for sure.
Most
They don't
definitely.
make him like that no more.
Yeah.
You know, your word is your bond. He punctual. He on time. You know, I respect the way he handled himself as a man. He don't let the fame go to his head.
Yeah.
Right? And I see so many, and I don't want to be judgmental because I haven't met a whole lot of these artists, so I'm going to save my opinion till I meet them
Right.
and really chop it up with them. But I suggest, man, those that make it to that level, man, you get the fame, you get the money, like we got to stay grounded, man. We got to stay humble. You know what I'm saying?
sure.
Because at the end of the day, when you come back down to the street, the next man don't care nothing about that. When I went to prison, I had a name and money, but I learned fast in there. Dude stay beside me got a body. Dude next to him got 3 bodies. Nobody cared.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, you got to earn this all over again.
Yeah.
So it's a humbling experience. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, I really respect how he carried, you know, you the same way. So I heard your new project. I heard new material. Tell us something about your new material, man.
On the new material, kind of old material, is just something I just felt like doing. Something I needed to do to get a spark back going.
Yeah.
Because it has been so long since I dropped. Because the last time I dropped song was the song in 2020.
Yeah.
Then I broke my leg the next like three months after that.
Uh-huh.
So by the time I was about to drop something else, I broke my leg. I had to get snuck out the hospital.
Yeah.
I went on the run, and it was just like, yeah, I ain't rapping right now, cause had a whole bunch of legal stuff going on. And now that I kind of got most of it out the way, it's like, yeah, now I need to get back to doing music.
Oh, so you about to come at it?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, so we're gonna hear some stuff from BMP coming up soon, y'all. You know.
Yeah.
You doing everything you doing independent?
Yeah. Now about the independent stuff though, I'm not saying that I'm gonna always be independent.
Right.
Yeah.
If some like
Right
come to the
situation,
table
yeah.
and it makes sense, then I consider it, or I might take it.
Right.
Yeah.
But as of right now, yeah, independent is the way.
So you done been outside of VA and, you know, did shows and
Yeah.
stuff like that?
My biggest what is it called? Crowd is in South Carolina.
Right.
Never did a show in South Carolina though.
Right.
Oh
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
They love you out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta follow your demographics.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta follow your demographics, man. I was be learning that stuff about my YouTube. You know, my son, man, shout out to Hollywood Trail. He be telling me, you know, with my YouTube, you know, he's saying your demographic, because I be like, people be noticing me around here, and I be like, man, that's crazy. And he be like, man, that's like the lowest amount of people that watch.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, man. It's like he says like 6,000 or 7,000 people that watch me daily in the DMV.
Yeah.
But he
Yeah.
said, go to New York. He said, you got 27,000 watch you every day. Go to Atlanta, you got 24. Houston, you got 23. I'm like, what? It's because I didn't know nothing about the demographics. So you got to follow your demographics. If South Carolina is what's rocking with you, you got to put a show out there in South Carolina.
Yeah, that's
You know
what I'm working on
saying?
now.
And that's, I'm going to New York. I'm going to Atlanta. But you got to
So you talking about different demographics. In one of your lyrics, you say you with Bubba Chuck and West Bubba Fuck.
Yeah, yeah.
Where the hell is West Bubba Fuck?
Just somewhere far from home.
They about to run the money up.
Yeah.
So I'm looking. I'm like,
somewhere-
okay, I know
somewhere
I've been
real.
going, but I miss. If you punch it in, where the hell is West Bubba Fuck?
Yeah. What you say? What would you say? One of your most, what you would consider one of your most memorable lines, man, or you know what I'm saying, that you feel like, it really express like your style, who you are, and what you do.
That's hard.
Yeah, I figured it would be. When you done put out a lot of different material, it'd be hard. And that was something too that I think we should have asked Push as well, man. Because after you done put out so much stuff, it's kind of like.
I know my most popular one, but I don't know.
But is the one that you that is considered the most popular is to you? Do you feel like that's your hottest one, or?
But no.
Yeah,
Not to everybody else.
But it's to everybody
To
else.
me, it would be something that nobody ever heard before.
Right. Okay.
But to everybody else is something else.
What is it to everybody else? Enlighten us.
What I say? Nigga thinking that he King Kong, bring it to his house, ding dong, bullet hit his head, ping pong, paramedics come, he gone.
Yeah, that's the one. Everybody sing that.
Yeah.
I like one of my favorites is on Probably Won't Make It.
Yeah.
It say, what'd you say? I didn't know I was crashed or how to drive, but I drove.
I can't even remember that
and I
song.
ain't know that-
I
and
can't
I ain't
even
know
remember
that
that
song
song.
was hot on the
write your
stove.
music? You write your music, or you
Some
just,
of it. Some of
it goes
it.
both ways. You memorize some, you write some.
Some of it I punch in, some of it I memorize, some of them I write. It's just all on how I'm feeling and the beat. And like most of like the hype songs I freestyle because it's easy. But
Right.
like most of the heartfelt songs I probably sit down and write.
You ever did it in the battle rap?
Nah.
What's your opinion on the battle rap?
It's cool. Like new age battle rap kind of corny to me.
Right.
Like the old battle rap when people used to meet up at basketball courts and rap.
Yeah.
That's like
That's the
But
battle
like
rap.
nowadays, I don't really be into it too much.
Yeah, I
So-
watched it since I
It be
was
too
home.
much
It be
cap,
like,
you know?
So who are you listening to other than yourself? Who is about the top 5 hottest in the game
Right now?
Yeah, and I
To
want,
me?
Yeah.
I say Young Boy,
Okay.
Future, Lil Baby, ESTG, and rappers or period.
Yeah. Period. Rappers, artists.
And I mean, how I listen to, I say Young Boy, Lil Baby, Future, Brent, and ESTG.
ESTG,
I kind of like Boston Richie too, though.
But I ain't
Oh
really.
yeah.
Yeah, I like Boston Richie, but I just kind of started liking him like 3 days ago.
Okay. Like 3 days
I
ago.
don't know. Yeah, nah, his tape. I like his tape. His tape made me a fan of him.
Right.
Yeah.
I think Lil Baby, man, right now, I think Lil Baby Jai got the pulse on that junk, man, of what's going on, man, because I think he covers all the demographics, man. I think like everybody can like him. And then when he dropped the little junk, his little documentary about his life, and you can see his lifestyle, where he came from. I think that even drew more people in, because they could see his grind, they could see where he came from to where he at, they could see his transition, right? But I think he spit too, but like you said, and then with Future, a lot of people have carved out their own lane. Future got his own lane. He do,
But if
what I'm saying, his own thing, right?
If it wasn't no Future, it wouldn't be no Lil Baby.
Yeah, maybe.
If you think about it.
Well, Future keep on. There's gonna be a whole lot of little futures.
Yeah, just like Lil Wayne. Look, if it weren't for Wayne, it wouldn't be.
Well,
a
I
whole
feel
bunch
like,
of,
I mean, I put me personally, just from what I used to listen to and what I, because I boxed so long and I used to listen to music that motivate me, get me grinding when I'm training.
Yeah.
To me, I put Lil Wayne, man. Lil Wayne is by you listening to the wordplay and stuff like I did. I don't just listen to the music. I listen to the wordplay and Man, I put
Yeah.
Lil Wayne up there in the ghost
Lyrically,
status,
I think
Yeah.
Young Boy
Wayne.
better than Lil Baby.
man. Young boy.
Yeah,
I mean, I've heard.
that's just my opinion.
yeah. Well, a lot
is
of people,
is he bigger or is he better?
well, he
both.
got a co. He got a co-father.
Because
I didn't know
both.
that. My son told me.
Both.
they
Because
He's
said,
definitely bigger.
Yeah.
yeah, he's bigger.
He
I,
not-
don't-
he
I, don't-
not-
I will argue. I don't know if he better than Lil Baby.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
that
better.
part I
Lil
was.
Baby
I
a
only
bad. Lil Baby is bad,
Yeah, but
man.
Lil Baby don't talk. He don't really like rap about every emotion that a human go through. It's kind of like Young Boy. Kind of you can think about what we going through.
Man,
anything.
Young
and
Boy, I always see sound bites of Young Boy. All the sound
Well,
bites
he
I see
another
Young Boy
one
just
that
be
I be
snapping.
saying he be acting crazy, or
he just be
am
snapping.
I just
he emotional.
you know?
Yeah, but my son,
all men
Yeah,
are.
but it's like it's
my
like
son
sure it's
told me
different.
though he breaking records though. He said man he breaking records. He said
They-
dude 22. He said he breaking records, man. He said
They
he
had a
stayed
post
on the
up-
Billboard longer than anybody.
They had a post. It was Young Boy versus Lil Baby, Dirt, Herb, and I think 20 might have been 21 Savage, and he had more views than all of them combined.
Yeah, he done broke records.
yeah, he's bigger. I agree, he's bigger, but is he better?
I got
Like
being
you
better.
know what I mean? And it may
Mainstream,
be
I give the Lil Baby, but everything outside of mainstream, which is the streets, the world, the poverty,
Record
I give the
sales.
Young Boy. Yeah.
Yeah, they say he killing him with the record.
with
sales.
Young Boy. I'm talking Young Boy. Tighten up, man.
Yeah, Young
Tighten
Boy.
up,
He just
man. Cause you
emotional,
coming
man.
off as a rich bougie dude. Like you from the hood, we from the hood. We grow up, we get this money. Humble yourself. Tighten up, man. One situation after another. Who the hell needs that headache? Enjoy your money, get your money, live your life. You winning.
He definitely winning.
We
I
winning.
think Young Boy just emotional and show his emotions in a different way that most men don't. But we all got emotions,
guess
regardless
what?
of how
You-
we portray it to be.
We all
He-
do.
he
Dudes just
just-
saying we
he
ain't
just a-
emotional and all. Yes, men.
Young
are.
boy
Yeah,
just got the
men
camera on
emotional
him.
as hell.
Men
Yeah, he
emotional
got the
as
We
hell.
camera
feel
on.
everything. We
Like,
just don't
you know.
show nothing.
Yeah.
But coming from where we come from, ain't no emotion in war.
Yeah, for sure.
Gotta channel it the right way. You gotta discipline yourself because that emotion will get you killed.
Absolutely.
I don't care if you rich. Rich people dying too.
Yeah.
You know, what's the rapper? PMB killed. Nipsey Hussle killed. You know, good brothers, but rich people died too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So we gotta always be mindful that we gotta humble ourselves because at the end of the day, you still a human being. And the next man don't care if you got $100 million.
Yeah, and some of them do
You know?
care and they just jealous. You
Exactly.
Know?
And
So
some of them
there's a
do
lot
care and they
different,
just jealous and they'll get at you for that. So it's like, you know what I mean?
I
And I
think
shout
that
out that, man.
jealousy shit is it's like a black man thing.
No,
It's
it's a
universal.
world
It-
thing.
it-
No,
It's a
yeah,
universal
it's
thing.
definitely universal.
It's
but
just on
I'm
different
saying
levels.
like a person being jealous of you and killing you is some shit that black people be doing more than any other race. Because a lot of white
Mob
people
been
look at it
doing
like,
for years.
yeah, but they don't do it as much as us. We doing it every day.
Yeah. Yeah,
They
we
do
the
it.
problem.
They do it sometimes, or they do
Yeah,
it because
they
you
definitely
made them
do it.
jealous of something. They be having a reason to be jealous. Not saying that I'm justifying the reasons that they be jealous, but you might try to holler at a mob man girl or something like that, and he might be jealous of you because she might have winked at you or smiled, and he jealous because of that. We be jealous just because a nigga winning.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
see, that's a sickness, right?
That's a- yeah,
it's
we
really a
infected
sickness
with that.
because they done took it to another level to the point of, in my opinion, I feel like when things like that happen and like what you saying, where they going to the point where they trying to kill somebody, you know, I think they are so jealous to the point where they feel like this is the type of fame that they would never achieve.
Yeah.
So the only way they can achieve it is to connect themselves with you by taking your life. You know what I'm saying? At the sacrifice of their own life.
Yeah.
And see, that's jealousy on another level, man. It's a sickness. You know what I'm saying?
sure.
Where only way I'm gonna ever be famous if I kill Nipsey Hussle. Only way I'm gonna be famous, I kill people. You know, that's
Yeah.
a sickness, dog.
We call that a candle can't shine
I
in
said
the sun.
about
you know?
PNB though. I be telling a lot of people like, cause I'm from Virginia, but I'd have been to California. I used to go to California every other week for
Yeah.
like 3 years straight. I tell people, man,
California
people
is different,
egos,
man.
people like they got real organized crime out there.
Yeah,
And
Cali
people
different.
egos be so big, it's like certain places you just don't go to. They be thinking that they can just go wherever you want to.
Right.
It's like a lot of places out there you shouldn't go to. And there's a lot of places that people go to, and there's a million other of the same place that you can go to.
Exactly.
You just got to go on that side
Exactly.
or over there. So a lot of the times when people over there get killed, it's because they just think that shit sweet out there, as if they ain't gonna do nothing
But
to
see,
them.
Totally
the
different,
ego,
man.
the ego has been the downfall of many men, though, you know. And I always say ego, man, EGO, man. I think it stands for every guy's opinion of himself.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? You gonna think more of you than what other people do.
Yeah,
You
for
gonna
sure.
think more of you. Your belief in you is gonna be, obscured from everybody else's belief. So that's why the ego gets involved, man, where people believe that they're bigger than what they are. And then once they get to a certain level where you are big, you still think you are bigger than that.
Right.
Yeah.
And you think you're bulletproof, and nobody is, And
Yeah.
a lot of dudes have lost their life, man, dealing
Yeah.
with their ego.
Yeah.
It's a thinking man's game. And what the ego does is, like he said, it starts to let reality be replaced by something else.
Yeah.
So I don't care how much money
Or
you get.
stupidity.
Yeah, stupidity. California is a different animal. Some of these Chicago, some of these cities are different animals. So it would be wise to move accordingly, wise to connect the dots, man. It's a thinking man's game.
That's like if he probably would have left his chain in the car, he probably would still be alive.
You know what I'm saying? I
Simple-
don't need
it's
to
simple-
be.
it's really simple
and
stuff, too.
Roscoe's iced out.
It's simple stuff.
We in South Central. Was it Inglewood or South Central?
One of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
And then they get a
80-some%
false sense
black.
of security too, but they be thinking, well, I'm in a public place with all these people, ain't nobody gonna do nothing. Man, these dudes out
They
here
ain't
don't
never
care
stopped
nothing
us
about
before.
that because they seeking fame.
Exactly.
But see, California is different though, because most of the times it be in gang territory. So all that, yeah, you might get locked up, but you'll come home because nobody from the neighborhood gonna let nobody come to court on you.
Exactly.
Nobody from the neighborhood gonna let nobody really do anything for real. They gonna make sure by the time the police come, it ain't no tapes for real. The people on their phones that's recording gonna be about the only camera footage you gonna have. So most of the time it's like, man, you ain't got no wins out here. This ain't where you from unless you from out there.
Right.
Yeah.
But even dudes from out there, you got to be kind of like somebody to have a win out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, look, shout out, man. R.I.P. to all those that lost their life, man. Rappers and in the hoods, man, that die every day. Shout out to them, man. I would just, encourage all the artists out there, man. Be smart, be thinking, be on point. Don't let your money get your ego all up where you start to, believing that you bigger than the
Reality.
ground. The ground is one size fit all. Never forget that.
Absolutely, man.
We got BMP in the building. Big money, period. He about to drop some new music, man. We appreciate you for coming by.
Yeah, no question.
Appreciate you for. Man, I know you from somewhere.
Yeah.
He look familiar, yo.
Yeah,
He
most
look very
definitely, most
familiar,
definitely.
man. I know you from somewhere, man. I'm from the news too, man. I'm at Bad News University, man. We in the building.
It's been an honor and a pleasure,
No
man. We're gonna be
question, no
looking
question.
out for your project, man. We're gonna be listening to it, man. And we're gonna be watching for you, man. Do big things, man, and get big money, period.
Yeah, no question.
You understand?
Living life.
With or without.
With or without, man. With or without.
Living life after life, man. Shout out to Norfolk State, My man Latif, as always. Brand news, man, for the gear, We in the building.
We in the building, y'all.
We
Peace
see
and
you
love.
in a minute, y'all.
We out here. Be safe, be smart, make good decisions, man.
Living
We
life
out here.
after life.
Making millions of dollars and the victim's family have not partaken in none of those trusts. Took your gold, gave it. Took your language, gave it.
100% way to survive jail or prison. Don't go.
Build you credit up. Why you need credit?
Then 12 years goes by and you don't even get a chance to go up for parole.
Supposed to die so many times, guess that's my afterlife. A lot of shit ain't work for me.